Ichibijara java kwe, inyango nizango, meloke, etemile mbele manyangbaru, Chief Ezuka Endeli, na Parliament Chief Wapo, John Efufa, Manga William. His Royal Highness, Chief Doctor Ezuka Endeli, Mondavele, Majala, Amirola Rene Roka Yava Koja Lingane Mokonone.
Have you ever pondered about the untold narratives of the world, the hidden stories of struggle and resilience that often go unnoticed? Today, we delve into one such story, the story of the indigenous people of Ambazonia, IPOA. A tale that dates back to the early 60s, when the Republic of Ambazonia, then known as Southern Cameroons, gained independence by joining the Republic of Cameroon under a federal system. The union was seen as a beacon of hope, a promise of shared prosperity and mutual respect. However, the reality was far from this utopian dream. The Republic of Cameroon enacted Restoration Law 8401 in February 1984, a law that dissolved the union, giving birth to the Republic of Cameroon, but leaving Republic of Ambazonia in a state of limbo. Republic of Cameroon continued its occupation of the Republic of Ambazonia, and what followed was a series of human rights violations and a slow-motion genocide. The indigenous people of Ambazonia, who are owners of the Republic of Ambazonia, found themselves marginalized, their voices suppressed, their rights trampled upon. But the indigenous people of Ambazonia, IPOA, refused to be silenced. They called out to the world, seeking peaceful action to stop these inhumane crimes. Their plea was not for intervention, but for recognition and respect for their sovereignty. Through the decades, the indigenous people of Ambazonia, IPOA, have shown incredible resilience. Despite the hardships, they have held on to their rich cultural heritage, their languages, their traditions. They have continued to seek justice, to fight for their right to self-determination, their right to live in peace on their ancestral lands. However, the struggle is far from over. The indigenous people of Ambazonia, IPOA, continue to face persecution, their homelands still under occupation. The world needs to hear their story, to understand their struggle, to recognize their sovereignty. And so, we come to the end of this tale, but it is far from the end for the indigenous people of Ambazonia. Their struggle continues, and they need our support. So here is a call to action. Stand with the indigenous people of Ambazonia, support their quest for justice and self-determination. Share their story, spread the word, and let the world know of their struggle.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Today we have a lot in the package today for you guys. Today we're gonna be talking a lot. We're gonna be talking a lot about the happening in La Republic and how La Republic has fell into deep economic crisis. Okay. And what happened is that they are in deep trouble. Okay, but what do we get from that is a lesson for La Republic of Cameroon. We're going to talk about the Prime Minister who has been asked by the Secretary General Ngongo, you know, by what they call the haute instruction. Haute instruction means from order from the high office. Okay. Not even, you know, haute institution is to tell the colonial prime minister that he has no powers. So a secretary general can tell you anything to do, and you do. So he doesn't have power. Okay, the haute institution is coming from Ngongo, that he should reduce spending. Okay, Ngongo is asking the prime minister to reduce spending. Okay, and to tell his ministers to stop wasting the state budget. Okay, now that's where you see where we tell you that the prime minister has no power on his own. Okay, he can be ordered by any secretary general and the order will be respected. Okay, the state coffers are empty and Pomia is asking Cameroonians to tighten their belt. Okay, the war in Ambazonia is causing a lot of problem. We're going to talk of the FACO governor, the Southwest governor, the Southern Zone governor. Okay. Then also we're going to talk about how some Cameroonians, La Republic people, went to Ivory Coast, and they are comparing the road in Ivory Coast with the road in Cameroon. It's just between night and day, right? So we're gonna see that why they are comparing. You know, some of them have not traveled, so when they hear us talking, they thought that we are a joke. But they went there and saw for themselves, and they're like, wow. The first time that they are seeing a two-path road for their life. Okay, we're going to talk about how the economic crisis is related to the Ambazonian crisis. Okay, and also we're going to have a little retrospect about the Brenda Bia's comment. Okay, so that we can dissect that also. But we're going to start with the Prime Minister's comment, and please share as you join, so that we can have some good retrospect. Please share as you join, then we'll come back after this musical break. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on ID Mind Media, Radio and Television. We are now on Political Lab. Political Lab is a show that we bring in political issues, political activities happening in Ambazonia and in Africa, and we analyze them according to what we see fit. Okay, so please share. If you are just joining, share. Before we start the show, just keep sharing so that we have some audience. Today we're going to talk about the Prime Minister's order, how La Republic government is disjointed. You know, when they say disjointed, means that there is a power struggle within the Republic government where the powers can come from anywhere, and you must respect them because you don't know who gave the order. Okay, they only have to say is from haute instruction, and that is what you have to respect. Okay, today we have haute instruction coming from the Secretary General at the Presidency, Ngongo, and the Prime Minister has no say, no powers to refuse, because they are telling him that he have to stop spending, that his government, because they put him as a head of government, but he has no powers. They are telling him his government is spending so much money. They have to cut costs. They have to reduce spending. They have to do all this. But what does that tell you? It tells you that in many sectors, the government is suffering from economic crisis. Okay, and they are trying to reduce spending because the government has so much burden on itself. Okay, and how are they doing? They have to reduce spending because it's weighing on the economy, too much on the economy, and that is why they are trying to ask people, please, can you reduce spending? Okay, we also know of salary cuts that is happening in Ambazonia, and we see the minister of he's saying that they have to cut salary. He say the minister of secondary education, Professor Nalova Leonga, has suspended the salaries of 2,326 personnel for unjustified, that's what they're saying, unjustified administrative absences. The temporary suspension is expected to be lifted only for teachers who justify their absences. So this is another thing to tell you that there is economic burden on the La Republic government, where they are reducing, they are cutting salaries. These are teachers who are being affected by the crisis in Ambazonia. Their salaries has been cut, and they are forced to stay without salaries. That is not their fault. Is the government itself saying that things are getting back to normal? And when you say things are getting back, why do you cut people's salary? If you say everybody is okay, they are working, school is going, everything is going normal, right? Then I don't see why you go and cut salaries of people, right? But that's to tell you what, that things are not working in those areas. Okay, everybody is not safe. Okay, it goes back to the government of Cameroon. Are you ready to resolve the crisis, or you want to pretend and tell the world that things are getting back to normal, but yet things are not getting back to normal, right? That is how La Republique is saying. But let's talk about the letter that Ngongo is writing to the Prime Minister. But first, what does that tell you? It tells you that the Prime Minister has no power. Okay, Secretary General at the Presidency is telling you what to do. Okay, he said the state coffers are empty, and Paul Biya asked Cameroonians to tighten their belt. That things will be rough. In 2024, things will be rough. So tighten your belt. Okay, after the announcement of the increase in the price of fuel, it is the administrations which will bear the cost of reduction in the state's life. Okay, thus, in the correspondent address to the Prime Minister, head of government of La Republique, John Gute, through his Secretary General, okay, that letter was addressed on the 4th of January, right? The Secretary General of the Presidency of the Republic of La Republique, Ferdinand Ngongo, request. This is the request that the president, that the Secretary General is sending to the Prime Minister. Rationalization of public expenses, public operation expenses. This is to say, Diongute on instructions from the haute instruction. They call it haute instruction. It means it's coming from the, Gongo has become the haute instruction now. Must limit meetings, seminars, missions, and other which sometimes serve no purpose. The instructions are: 1. Substantially limit the creation of committees, working groups, and related expenses, mission abroad, as well as purchases of company vehicles and fuel. Now they have to stop buying company vehicles for the ministries. They have to stop that because there is economic crisis now. Fuel expenses. Remember, government officers, they have every day they can go and put their, they have what they call the bon d'essence. You can go and fill your car now. That one will stop. There will be no buying of any new government cars. All those are the expenses that they want to cut. Number 2, control excesses in resources managed within the framework of public procurement of goods and services whose cost is less than 5 million. All those contracts of people who are supplying things within ministries will stop. So all those people, all those contractors will go without contracts anymore. That is what is happening now. Number 3, prioritize the optimal redeployment of the numerous available staff in order to contain new recruitment. These include matching profile with the human resource need of administration. Now they will stop recruitment. What they used to do, just every year they are recruiting people for ENAM, EMEA, all those things, will stop. Now they only hire on contract. No more recruitment of civil service because they cannot pay. They want only contractors. It means if you're a contractor, they can just employ you for some few time and they send you out. They stop your contract. Okay, you are not full-time civil servant. Next, it says suspend any initiative aimed at transforming services falling under department, ministerial, in public establishment. They will suspend any initiative, anything that has to do with money. They have to suspend it. So the ministries will just stay like that, without events, without anything that they will spend money. So then the other one, they say, an essential point, the presidency of the republic noted that the markets commonly called 4.9 constitute tools for plundering the state budget. That is how they are, so all these things are to stop the state budget. Okay, but my own take here is that the economic crisis is there for the Republic of La Republique, right? You see what they are going through. The ministries will now stop buying cars. The ministry will stop spending. So ministries now will just stay. These ministries have to have new cars. They'll go and buy like 100 cars for these people every year. That's how they do. They just then fuel now. This means that if you work in this ministry, maybe you'll be buying your fuel now, because they say they will stop fueling those cars like they used to. Where when you see even the military, do you know that the military every day they have to refill their tanks? So these guys are going around and selling their gas, their petrol, okay, and making money, because they know they'll just go and go to any petrol station and they'll refill it for them. It's a government policy that has been there for many years. That they just refill their tanks for free. Okay, so what they do is that they'll go and sell their tank, their fuel, these military jeeps, these military trucks. That's what they do. But now there will be more checks now, so you can't do that. So this is how they are trying to cut costs, cut this, cut that, cut this. That is what is going on. So that is the policy. Okay, that is how we know Cameroon is a failed state, is failing. Okay, now what? Let me bring you what Ferdinand Oyun, Dieudonné Isomba. Okay, this is what Dieudonné Isomba said, right? We have to start envisaging the possibility of a future Cameroon without Anglophones in it. Okay, he is telling the government of La Republic they have to start having a country without Ambazonia in it. Okay, they don't want to understand that you can live without Ambazonians, right? He is telling them, but they still don't want to understand that. They think that they must live with the people of Ambazonia. But do they need us? That is a problem, because now they have much more fishes to fry, bigger fishes to fry. That's how they say. They have much more problems, right? The economy, just these expenses, the money that they spend on the useless war in Ambazonia is putting so much pressure on them. Now the military does not even make money. How the military make money is to have these road checkpoints. Okay, you have the police, the gendarmes, the army having checkpoint in a very short, in these distances. That's how they make money. They'll be collecting their 500 CFA, their 1,000 CFA. That's how they make money. But do you think that is the best way? That how can they sustain that? For how long will they sustain that? They cannot sustain that. Okay, they have the economic crisis in La Republic. The fact that they are trying to see us as a people that will sustain the economy, it's not working, right? Because we have, first of all, we have the Sunday, our country Sunday, which is Mondays, that is lockdown. Then activities in Ambazonia have been stalled. The money that they think that they were going to make in Ambazonia is no more there. Nobody want to risk their trucks to go and be collecting timber, to go and do things that before you reach, they burn your truck. Nobody want to go to Ambazonia and take out anything again. That is what we call economic sabotage, right? The ongoing crisis in Ambazonia is too heavy for La Republic to sustain in the next few years. Okay, instead of them focusing on their economy, they are struggling to spend money in Ambazonia crisis. What are they gaining there? Nothing. The Cameroon face a lot of challenge in Ambazonia today. Okay, where they think that they need Ambazonia to survive, but what is Dodone Esomba telling them? They have to start thinking of living without Ambazonia as they did between before we joined them. We were not with them. How were they living before we joined them? They have to start thinking about that, because we must not live with them. It's not a must that we must live with you people for you to survive, right? Think how to build your country. Ambazonia is a country on its own. It's a state with boundaries and everything. Okay, we left Nigeria. The Nigerian people did not say we must live with them, because they already had their boundaries. They had their independence. We were not there with them, so they did not hold us. Say, oh no, you must come and stay with us. You come and no. They say, okay, if you don't want to stay with us, you are good to go. As simple as that. The Nigerian government did not fight us. They did not bring their military to fight us that we must stay with them. No, because they know we are a distinct people. We have our distinct boundaries. We have our distinct everything. So the La Republic is making a mistake, thinking that they want to use their military system to impose them on us. But think of how much they are spending. Think of it. How much are they spending? Think of the security challenges, the internal conflict, how can they enforce the laws within Ambazonia when they don't have control over Ambazonia? That is how they are spending extra money. And the generals would tell them that, that things are trying, but the money they spend on this war, they could have even construct a lot of things in La Republic. Okay, all this military crackdown on the people of Ambazonia cannot do it. They are telling them that the military dimension is not working. they have to focus on their political problem, their political instability. There will be political instability in Cameroon. The political tension going in Cameroon is far more worse, will be far more worse than what they are trying to do in Ambazonia. Okay, the crisis will be a huge burden. That political instability that is happening will be a very, very bloody transition for them. They should start preparing for that rather than spending time in Ambazonia when for the past 8 years they have not done anything that can prove them that they will win the war in Ambazonia, because the Ambazonia people are not they are not giving up anytime soon. Okay, that issue of centralization of power in Yaoundé has caused a lot of problem, where the other regions of Cameroon, they feel that they have been exploited. The Bamileke, the Hausas feel abandoned because the government is so centralized in Yaoundé that there's a lot of tension going on. Okay, they will not want anything to do with the beer or the franc beer, anything that they are trying to play. The Hausa people have already signaled they would react in anything, any change of power that has to do with the Beti people anymore. Okay, the Bamileke, they are ready. They prefer their candidate. This is what is going on. Instead of the Cameroon government to focus on how to resolve this issue, they are spending their money on Ambazonia. I don't know how they are thinking. How are they thinking about that? Okay, it's a waste of resources. Waste of resources. Calculate the money that they have spent from 2016 till 2024 now in Ambazonia. But the international community is telling them that this military option is the worst mistake that they are doing. Okay, we can go to negotiation table, we can table our matter, we can discuss, we can have a mutual understanding, and we'll end the crisis. But if they keep thinking that they can use their military to win a war that is not their land, it's not their people, it's not their country, they are mistaken, right? And the international community keep telling them, go to the negotiation table, negotiate with the people of Ambazonia, because it's their right, it's their country. They are self-determined to live in their country. You cannot come and use force to topple over the people's country. It's their country. Okay, that is the thing that is happening today. You see the economic crisis, the economic disparity. The people of La Republique feel this economic disparity is just too much on them. Okay, they seem like the Ambazonian people who have been living in this union for the past how many years. They feel exploited, right? Economic side of it, unemployment, economic inequality, over dependency on specific industry. This is what is happening in that country. This is what they have to focus on: how to alleviate their people from unemployment, how to remove this economic mismanagement. You see, corruption is going to the highest epic. This is what Cameroon has to focus on. Okay, instead of spending time on Ambazonia, they have to focus to fix their own problem. Okay, the thing that these people are doing is that they think that keeping Ambazonia can solve their problem. I mean, I don't understand. They have bigger fishes to fry in La Republique. Yes. Okay. They have to learn to finish what they have. Okay. Ambazonia will not solve the problem they have there. No way. Ambazonia are trying to focus on their country. Majority of almost 50% of the youth in La Republique are driving by Bensikin. Is that what you say? You have jobs for the youths? Bensikin, is Bensikin a work, or is taxi driver a work? That's why these guys they came to University of Bamenda and University of Boya, And that funny guy called the minister of La Republic there say he want to come and open the ministry of a driver. Come on now. What ministry of driver are you opening? Is that job for the youth? This is something that they have to address instead. Look at the corruption rate. You can imagine that one minister, even that funny guy they call Cavaye, right, is stealing so much money. Stealing so much money, and nobody is prosecuting that guy. That guy there he called himself minister of what? So much money, and these guys go without punishment. That's why we say, if you cannot hold those people accountable, you want who to hold them accountable. How do you want to fix a government when the people who are stealing are not held accountable? You keep them there. You keep them there, and tomorrow you want to come and say, oh, this is this, this is that. But learn how to hold those people accountable so that the other people will learn how to be accountable. But that's what I'm saying. People are stealing money here and there. Corruption. There is no transparency. Cameroon government is facing this lack of transparency in their own regime, in their own. Okay. You cannot tell me Cameroon is the worst. Imagine what happened with the Glencore. You all remember Glencore, that were bribing government officials to sell the oil from Sonara. Okay, how many people have been persecuted? None. But billions and billions of francs CFA were paid to this National Hydrocarbon Company. They call it SNH, okay, and Sonara. They were being paid a lot of money. But this same scandal happened in many other countries. But those government officials were persecuted. But only in Cameroon, they will not prosecute. You know, when Barrister Akeremuna was crying, that is the thing I'm talking about. He cried, he went to this ministry, went to this one. They told him that he's wasting his time. He said there's a corruption going on. Nobody even look at him. Okay. Then that is why somebody like Akeremuna should understand the system already. He has been there for working with those people for how many years. He should know that he as a lawyer has no power. The parliamentarians have no power. The chiefs and fund, they were there making that their noise. They have no power. Okay, the legal system is so centralized that they can arrest you in Boya and take you to Yaoundé. They can arrest you in Bamenda and take you to Yaoundé, meaning that those courts in those regions have no use. The power is coming from what they call haute instruction. Haute instruction, it means the order from the highest office. You can make all those noise, make that noise. I saw the barristers in the board. They call it the Cameroon Bar Association board or whatever they call it. They were crying, right? That Ngongo will pass an order and they will remove somebody. They will write any letter. They don't respect the law. You expect the common person to respect the law. That's how bad it is. Those people up there who are the real thieves, you see them stealing a lot of money. They are not prosecuted. The common guys that are there in the street trying to ride their bikes, trying to earn some little living, le bensikine, le moto chauffeur, these small people who are trying to make a living, those are the ones suffering. The real thieves are not going to jail. The thieves that are going to jail are the one that will steal a goat. If you steal a chicken, they will beat you, and take you to jail. Chicken. Food, you steal a food, they will beat you and take you to jail. The real thieves are there not going to jail, right? Now, this guy think that Cameroon has roads. I love the look at sometimes it baffles me, right? That country, there is no road that is in that country today. But some of them think that country has road. some of them that even were lucky to even travel, they went there and they discovered that the road in Ivory Coast, they have 2 paved way roads. You don't see that in Cameroon, right? That's why you see accident. Their highest highway that they have, Tico Douala Road, is 1 lane. That's why you see accident. Tico Douala Road is just a mess. That road, to even tell the world that we are united, Mongo, Douala and Mongo Bridge united. That road has been there for many years as just 1 lane and 1 lane. So if you are driving there, the possibility of you colliding with another vehicle is so huge. Okay, take a listen to this guy who went to Equinox guy who went to this thing. Take a listen.
Good afternoon, Capo. We welcome you now for inside Yamoussoukro, countryman. Sabi say Equinox Story House. It get plenty people them for inside Ivory Coast. One day where they day Abidjan, one day where they day for inside Yamoussoukro, the other place them like Kohogo and even Bouake. But this afternoon, countryman, we say make we take una. We show now as we country where they call them say Ivory Coast. A day when we dey talk Palava for road. Well, for Palava for road for inside Ivory Coast, we notice I'm say for almost inside the whole Ivory Coast, they get na auto road, or you go call them say freeway for BB grammar. Now it means say motor if you waka for one side, 2 motor if you waka for one side where they no meet up with another motorway, they come out from different side. We'll be come out from Yamoussoukro, so they will go for side so for Bouake, now around 150 kilometers. Waka will pass on top road, and on top this waka will be the Douam Capo. We notice say for inside Ivory Coast, come out for Yamoussoukro, when a political capital you reach for Bouake. Now around 1 hour 30 minutes or 2 hours, but roads it no be the meet up. Now I mean say 2 motor them they no fit meet up. If 1 motor they way the
now road down for Ivory Coast.
Now only up where they go. So you
see
notice from
3 lane.
you already start for say inside Ivory Coast. One good thing where
See,
plenty
2 lane.
people them for Ivory Coast.
See 1, 2, 3 look for
this freeway we will call them say auto road. We so now we never yet fit for get one for that side. So for inside we own country, you notice for inside Ivory Coast
for many years we never see the kind road for La Republic. Only noise makers them.
Whether na gendarme
noise makers them
control for until we road them for that side. So for Cameroon we no see even one for roads. Instead till we notice for on top the road them we see na camera them.
When they say Tico Douala Road accident happen, they don't know why. Now there is a reason. As simple as that. When you have 1 lane route,
camera it go only take a photo, they send a message after say countryman you be the wrong with plenty speed. Now the amount this way you get for PM. So 150
they get camera.
1 hour plus 2 hours we'll walk up on top road for Yamoussoukro, so they will reach for side. So for Bouake we'll no meet up, no police control, no nothing no be there for road, but we'll be get camera them. And this camera them for say the light will be get solar panel where they take
they don't meet police control,
and at the same sun power it give light way it light they hold this road from Yamoussoukro, so they will reach for Bouake. And another important thing we'll notice for on top this road now say
police control will be like 10 for one small road. If you want reach, you don't spend all money.
We country sometime motor go spoil block road where people they no fit pass for they don't keep space where motor if it turn up for the they fix them where it no disturb traffic. So now just one of the things that we talk talk this afternoon Palava for road for Ivory Coast. The road them now 100% good as well people them and country people them they glad.
It's a shame.
All right, Capo, I go leave you with this small one, and the small one I say waiting. Every day you go to get small things, small one there for corner side. If
this
road them, we'll fit up.
This is what we're talking about. You cannot run from your own failure. Okay, you have to face your own failures. Okay, when we talk about that, we are telling them, okay, what they should understand. This is not about okay. Now look at this guy okay, when they travel, that's when they see the reality, right? That's when they see the reality. But at the end of the day, our people are determined. Okay, when you go to places, you see what this someone like Fako governor is feeling the pains of economic crisis, the economic sabotage and all that. Okay, we have informed you guys the reason for ghost town is not just for you to stay at home. It has so many impact on the struggle. That's all what Ambazonian people require from each other now. Just have your peaceful ghost town demonstration. That is all. By staying home, there's a huge effect. Okay, how? When you stay home, you respect that ghost town and the people. The impact is huge. Okay, take a listen to this report. You see how the governor of Southern Zone is begging that there's no money, and the closure of offices and things that is going on in okay, there is shortage. They have cut salaries of civil servants. They have cut salaries of contracts. There's something going on, economic crisis. Take a listen to this.
And Ogago is any budget, it don't drop to 22 billion. Why? For Sika say, goes down Palama to Southwest. It is plenty people need to pay tax to Southwest. They should really enter. So all the one it brings down the development because there are two way the people see how to fix road them, the open road them, new road them, they create new road them, put water on area. The many idea. More than a year now, mama. When I hear. For head boy for Southwest. That money is not kept somewhere in a coffer. Money is to be produced locally by the economic activities. I mean, paying taxes, from taxation, from custom offices, and many other activities, tourism, hotels. The money produced by those activities that can finance the budget. But if we are maneuvering to avoid paying the taxes, we will not be capable to execute smoothly this budget. The region, the Southwest region, has a very important economic potential. We must exploit that potential to produce necessary income.
That's the Southwest governor there. Trying to beg people to pay taxes.
The phenomenon of ghost town.
Okay.
Ghost town.
The South. That's what we are talking about. The ghost town is infecting the government of many regions, not only in Southern Zone and Northern Zone. The ghost town is affecting the government of La Republic. That's why the governor there, that's the governor of Southern Zone, begging people to pay taxes. Why? Because there's no budget. There's no budget. That is why you see. Look at what is written here. Look at the Minister of Secondary Education. they are cutting salaries of, look at, this fight started when the teachers were marching. Now they are punishing, this is indirectly punishing those teachers who were revolting against them, okay, because the teachers and the lawyers started this fight, right? Now they have cut the salaries of, you see, but it's because of the economic sabotage. There's no money. There's no money. So this has nothing to do with anything, right? You have seen how the governor is begging for people to contribute. The governor is saying that the customs, that the ghost town has caused people not to pay taxes, right? The government has no money. The custom is not making money anymore because goods are not passing again. People will not bring their goods to certain regions anymore. The custom doesn't make money. The hotels don't make money. The tourism, the hotels cannot make money because people don't want to go to areas where, you know, then people are not paying their taxes too, right? The government is, because they are using this money but to fight the war. That is why people have now hold their ground that they will not be paying any taxes. Don't give them money. Don't, because the money you give them, they will be using to buy weapons to kill you and your people. Now they don't have money. You see Ngongo telling the prime minister they have reduced everywhere there is cut, salary cuts, salary reduction. They are reducing. They're trying to prioritize money in all areas, cutting anything. They will not be buying vehicles anymore. No more buying of new vehicles. There is that problem. At this time, when we are, seeing this, we are seeing the reduction of state lifestyle. And remember, Paul Biya is calling on Cameroonians to tighten their belt for the year 2024 budget. The budget will not be as much as they expected, right? So the presidency of La Republique is saying that 1 billion can be consumed per week. They used to consume like 3 billion. So now they are going now to, they reduce now the budget to 1 billion. Okay? And that is how, imagine, many amenities will be cut. Many things that they used to enjoy as civil servants. Free gas, no more free fuel. New vehicles, new Jeep, this Toyota Land Cruisers that they used to buy, no more for them. Okay? Everything has been cut. That is the issue. That is what we are talking about. Okay? And that's, what does that tell you? It tells you that there is problem going on there, and we are advising them, right? They should focus on their problem. Okay, the problem in Ambazonia will not solve their problem. The problem in Ambazonia will not solve their problem. Okay, they should focus on that. Okay, this is what they believe. They believe that, okay, for the past years, what they are doing is to rely on Ambazonia, and they believe that if only Ambazonia should be giving them food to eat. But at the end of the day, they don't know that they can produce what we have, right? The mistake they are doing is that they think that Ambazonia is so rich, more than them, whereas it's because they are lazy. That one I want to tell you. These people are very, very lazy. Very, very lazy people. And they will think that if they don't take from us, they will not be able to live. Okay? That is the problem. Imagine what they are going through and what they think that they can get from the people of Ambazonia by imposing and doing things that, okay, that is what they believe. But they are just making a mistake, right? But the people of Ambazonia are just being hardworking. Okay, they're just being hardworking, and they have a different culture. Okay, they have a different culture. We don't have the same lazy culture in the. Look at the list of road. Look. Top African countries with quality road. Look, La Republic is not even there. What does that tell you? The best roads in Africa. Why? Because La Republic does not focus on those things, right? They don't focus on those things. They don't focus on that. Imagine what they can do if they construct those roads and all those things. But look at that they're showing that list for you to understand that those guys don't care. They don't care about that, right? But at the end of the day, the world is seeing everything, right? The world is seeing everything that they are going through. Okay, no matter what they do, they have to learn to construct their own country, right? They have to learn to construct their own country. We are not the one to help them to construct their country. Okay, this guy is from Ivory Coast, and he's telling them that the people of Ambazonia is trying to help you to know what to do in your country. You people are so lazy. And listen to this guy. This guy is from Ivory Coast. He's from Ivory Coast. But they know what is happening.
La vidéo s'est coupée tout à l'heure. Donc, permettez, je me suis permis de changer de t-shirt juste pour faire la différence entre les deux vidéos. Voilà. J'attends un peu que les gens qui étaient sur l'autre page, qu'ils viennent pour continuer la deuxième partie avec moi. Donc, je vais attendre juste un peu. Merci. Voilà.
I'll be translating as the guy is speaking so that you understand what he's saying.
Qui s'y frotte s'y pique. Moi, j'étais dans mon coin. Et j'ai vu des gens vociférer. Manquer de respect au président ivoirien. Sans le connaître et parlant de Gbagbo. Pourtant, vous ne connaissez pas Gbagbo. Moi, je connais mieux Gbagbo que vous. Les Ivoiriens connaissent mieux Gbagbo que vous. Et il y a un groupe d'Ivoiriens, comme vous, les francophones en Côte d'Ivoire, au Cameroun, un groupe d'Ivoiriens qui sont de l'ouest de la Côte d'Ivoire, qui se sont autoproclamés défenseurs de Gbagbo Laurent et qui étalent leur venin et leurs mensonges sur l'Internet. Je suis venu rétablir la vérité. Si vous, les Camerounais, vous pensez connaître mieux la Côte d'Ivoire que les Ivoiriens, venez discuter avec moi. On va parler de la Côte d'Ivoire. Venez discuter avec moi. On va parler de la Côte d'Ivoire, mon pays. Mais de quoi vous parlez là? Vous traitez les Camerounais anglophones qui vivent au Cameroun. Voilà. Pendant que vos frères anglophones...
This he's just trying to tell them that they cannot compare Ivory Coast and Cameroon, because then those francophones are so dull that they have abandoned their country to one president for 42 years. They are there making noise, trying to talk about Ivory Coast. This guy is trying to tell them the reality. They have no focus on their country. That's how these Cameroonians are. They have big mouth to talk about other countries. They don't even talk about their own country. It's so funny, right? You people are there, you cannot even speak. All these countries have fought wars just to settle down, to make sure that they don't allow dictators to be in their countries. Ivory Coast fought wars. See, they fought. That's why I'm telling you that if the La Republic lazy people do not fight for their country, thinking that Ambazonia will fight for them, then they come and enjoy, they are mistaken. because Ivory Coast fought. You know the war they fought. Most of these French African countries fought just to make sure that change come to their countries. Look at the road in Ivory Coast today. They are going and they are saying, "Wow!" They are so surprised. I'm like, how are you surprised that those kind of roads are in Ivory Coast when you are there? You be thinking they will have roads. I mean, they're there. They thinking that they have roads in Yaoundé. Oh, these guys are funny. They are going there and they think that they have roads. So they went to Ivory Coast. They were surprised. So there's 2 lane road too. That's the surprise they have. And at the end of the day, I mean, it's so surprising to see these guys, you know, because when you have this kind of governance, right? Just continue listening. Let me know.
Dépourvu de droit et d'humanisme et de droit humanitaire, pardon. Et vous êtes là. Vous vous plaisez dans votre déchet, mais pas eux, parce qu'ils ont une culture anglophone. Et leur culture ne leur permet pas d'accepter ce que vous acceptez.
He's talking about the anglophone. He's talking about the anglophone.
Vous comprenez?
Yes.
Regardez tous les pays.
How we are fighting for our rights.
Regardez bien la différence. Regardez bien la différence et vous verrez que ceux-là, ils ont une culture. Ils ont une culture.
That they should see the difference.
Mais vous êtes là, on vous appelle à la
between them and the people of Ambazonia.
Si vous n'avez rien à dire, prenez là, taisez-vous et restez là en train de boire vos bières. N'emmerdez pas les gens. Ne venez pas sur les antennes ou alors sur l'internet pour vociférer.
Yeah, they should stay there and be drinking their beer. Why they have one president for 41 years, they cannot say anything. That's an Ivorian talking, eh?
Votre esprit est désertique. Il n'y a plus rien dans vos têtes. Il n'y a que votre cerveau est bourré de bière et d'alcool. Vous n'avez plus rien dans la tête. Vous êtes perdus, vous les francophones camerounais.
That all what they know is to drink beer.
Mais vous manquez de respect. Vous n'avez pas de courage.
They cannot have the ability to think for themselves.
Les cuisses d'une femme pour penser qu'on est garçon? Non. Un garçon, ça réfléchit. Un garçon, ça réfléchit, ça prend des décisions et ça protège sa famille. C'est ça un garçon. Vous n'êtes même pas capable de vous protéger vous-même. À plus forte raison, vos familles. Et c'est vous qui dites que vous êtes garçon. Vous appelez ça être garçon? Pensez que faire le fait, c'est du boulot. Mais regardez comment les gens vous tuent dans les pays arabes et en Inde et ailleurs. Regardez comment les gens vous tuent. Même les gens vous sodomisent. Mais quand vous venez dans le pays, après vous avoir relâché, vous ne dites pas la vérité.
That they only know how to do mania in foreign countries. That they cannot think like men.
Vous êtes un pays très riche. Vous avez tout ce que les Ivoiriens ont. Vous avez les forêts, la bonne terre, vous pouvez tout produire. Vous avez l'or, le diamant, le pétrole.
You see,
vous avez
he's saying that Cameroon is a very rich country, but they don't think of developing their own country. They have all kinds of minerals.
Ils sont là transporter les maisons, acheter des maisons partout dans le monde. Leurs enfants roulent en limousine et dépensent des milliards par mois. Pendant que vous croupissez dans la galère et la misère. C'est vous qui allez me parler.
The ministers have bought houses all over the world. Their children riding in limousine, and you are there making noise that you are a man.
C'est quoi ça? Vous comprenez? Je vous dis la vérité, vous les Camerounais francophones là. Heureusement, parmi vous, il y a certains qui font l'exception, mais ils sont seulement 1 ou 2% de la population, malheureusement. Sur tout le reste, là, vous n'avez rien dans la tête. Mon Dieu. Et des gens sont là. Le peuple camerounais, quelque chose anglophone, est plein d'amour. Regardez leurs commentaires.
So, in short, I would not want to go to all the. You know, this guy is just summarizing what we have been saying all along, right? This is not new. You know, it's just summarizing what we have been saying. It's not new, right? So the people need to stand up for themselves. And imagine is now their little sister Brenda Bia is around 26 years now, right? But is she who is coming now to say, hey, but people fighting for their right have rights. But this is a small girl of 26-year-old trying to tell that government that instead of you spending time to fight those people, trying to look for ways to fix their country, because you fighting doesn't resolve the problem. Instead, bring more economic problem. I've shown you videos of the Saudi zone governor crying, right? That people are not paying taxes, that they want to collect money. That's true there that they can make money, but they are not receiving any taxes. Economic crisis, both in Yaoundé, they are crying. Go to Ministry of Education, they have cut taxes of more than 2,000 something people. That is what I'm talking about. But the problem are increasing every day. If the heart of any country is education, they will not cut salary for the military. They will prefer to cut salary for teachers, who are the heartbeat of a country, and the educational sector. They don't think about revamping the economy. They don't think about that, because of lack of knowledge. How can you open driving department of driving in University of Boya and University of Boya? Do we need more drivers to drive bicycle? All those guys who are there in Boya, Kumba, Bamenda driving bicycle, no jobs. They are the ones that we are trying to tell them that driving bicycle is not a job. It means you are jobless. Driving taxi is not a job. Anything you do that is driving there, it's not a job. Because the government doesn't look at you like somebody who is working. They want you to stay there and be driving that bicycle. Then when they say go against ghost town, you go against ghost town. You don't know that you are helping them. You are helping the government that is crumpled. Your real job is to work in big companies. Instead of them opening companies for you guys to work, they are instead buying you more bikes. I saw one guy from DDR Center who was arrested. They gave him bike to go and be running around. Think about something bigger for yourself. Bicycling is not a job. Riding bike, driving taxi, driving whatever you are driving, it's not a job. You need to do something that is career oriented. Okay, go and learn a trade. Then you work in a company. Okay, work in an industry. Okay, that is what they have to be doing to the youth. We need companies. We told them there are many companies that are not working today, that are not operational today. Had it been they open these companies, it's automatic job creation. Tico Airport is closed. Bali Airport closed. Right? Manfe Airport closed. Why are those airports closed? Mismanagement. CDC is crumbling. CDC is the second largest employer in the whole La Republic and Ambazonia combined. But what is happening there today? It's not producing as it used to be. Sonara, they have made Sonara to be indebted. Sonara they have used corruption to a lot of money. Sonara is going down. Which companies can you be proud of now in Ambazonia? No one. The closed marketing board. Marketing board was helping our farmers to reduce their prices of cocoa and coffee. Marketing board. They have closed marketing board. Closed PowerCam. PowerCam had our own Sonair. It's called PowerCam back then. They closed that one. They closed many companies. Then our children now don't have jobs. Then they start doubting why our children don't have jobs. PWD, People Works Department, was in charge of giving building roads. It's no more there. How do you employ the youths if those companies are not there? What gives jobs to people? The companies. But all those companies are no more. They want the children to be riding bikes. Go open a department of bike riding or drivers in University of Boya. Brenda Bia telling that this is what Brenda Bia told them.
People talk down on rebels and think being rebellious is wrong, and they don't realize the whole time that some of their favorite heroes are actually rebels, because it takes a rebel person to stand up against an oppressing system or a system that is unfairly treating other people. It takes a rebel to stand up and change society norms. I'm going to give you an example. We talk about people like Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Albert Einstein, of all people. They all stood up for what they believed in, and they all weren't afraid to change social norms and to do things differently and to rebel up. So I'm not inviting anybody or telling everybody to be a rebel, but I'm saying being rebellious is not necessarily a bad trait. It just means that you don't think in the same way of society, and that you're not afraid to stand up for what you believe in, and you're not afraid to be yourself. So that's all I was saying.
Yeah. That's Brenda Bia telling them, right? That's Brenda Bia telling them. That's as simple as that. And they are looking at it so differently, right? But most of these governments have been changed by those Brenda Bia is very young, but she's telling them the truth. Okay, I'll still go back to our brother Diodone Esomba. Diodone Esomba. That's it. He told them, that's what, let me show you so that you can read. We have to start envisaging the possibility of a future Cameroon without Anglophone in it. Diodone Esomba is the one telling these people they have to start envisaging a Cameroon without Ambazonia. So someone like Brenda is telling them that those people have rights. They are fighting a just fight. You, instead of you looking for a way to fix your country, please allow those people negotiate, go to negotiation table, fix the problem, and learn to live as good neighbors. Is these people, Brenda Bia is making them to know. When you study in America like she studied in America, she has known people like Martin Luther King. She mentioned Rosa Parks. She mentioned all these people, Nelson Mandela and all these people. Those are freedom fighters. They used to be called rebels. They used to be called terrorists. They used to be called all those names. But later, all these people now are respected all over the world. Okay? Their ideas were not accepted back then. But later they will come to say, hey, these people are people who are there for peace, unity, progress, democracy, and so on and so forth. Okay? When you go to countries like Asian countries, China, and so on and so forth, these people are studying the speeches of these guys. I'm telling you, they'll put them on the board like that, studying speeches of these great freedom fighters. Martin Luther King's speeches, Mandela's speeches, Obama's speeches, all these speeches of these guys, they'll put them on the board like this and they're studying it. I'm telling you, just like reading the Bible, because those are guys that are different thinking. Okay, I'm saying this today because some of our people don't understand why we are in this fight. Okay, sometimes it baffles me to know that we have people who are thinking in this. Okay, but let me read this. Okay, this is something I want to read for you. Okay, because our people have to understand that. This is it. Okay, I have no sympathy for any oppressed people who refuse to come to terms with the state of their oppression, or who are too lazy to do what is necessary to change their circumstances. Freedom is not given, it is taken. That's from the SOS Mike Fuside. Okay, so that is what we are talking about. Freedom is not given, it is taken. That is my message for you, Ambazonians. Know that we are on the right path. Keep fighting the right fight. Keep fighting the right struggle. Do the right thing. Respect our ghost town. And we are right to go from there, okay? Thank you for watching and God bless you.